Hey guys, welcome back to Buster's Corner. How you guys doing? So I'm going to do a video series on the process that I go through when I do my setups for the next gen. I kind of have a process I kind of work through there. So, and a lot of guys have asked, more instructional videos on how to do this stuff. But straight up, I'm not a professional car builder. I've only been doing iRacing for about a year. I have never worked for a setup shop. Everything I've learned is off the internet, tips from you guys, stuff I've learned along the way. Did some building for Tom and I was working in the running the tour series and did our own setups over there, and really kind of got a foundation of what we're doing from there and brought it over here. And then with the help of Tom's Motec and Atlas programs that he's developed for us at Buster's Corner, it's really escalated our knowledge and our ability to build decent setups. With that said, before I go any further, each video is only going to be about 30-35 minutes long, because for me that's about our attention span. So I don't know how many videos we're going to have. So the first thing we're going to do is do this. Set timer 35 minutes. And I'll turn the volume up on that. All right, that's how much time we got per video. Okay, so let's get to cracking. We're doing Texas, which will be our week week 4 season. We're in season 1, 2022. Season 1, 2022. And we're working on Texas, which is going to be 100 laps. So, first I want to show you, I'm going to go through the whole thing from start to finish. I got something to drink. It's orange juice. I still got a bit of a cold. Sometimes it's beer. Sometimes if it's early morning, it's coffee. And if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, it's either coffee or water. Alright, open up our iRacing. Now, make sure you don't go to the fix. Make sure you go to the open. Open this up. Schedule. And there's there's Texas. Now this is very important. Hit test drive. When you guys do, you guys post on Facebook changes you made to it, lap times you got, the fast speeds you hit. Well, what was your weather? Where were you at? That's so important, because I can do one thing at you know this. You can do one thing at 70 Fahrenheit, and then give me 100 Fahrenheit, 100 degrees out in the weather, and it's going to change. It's going to change. Here's what I do. Test drive. Sky. Dynamic sky's off. I go to the track. Take the marbles off. Take this off. Set this to 60. Test drive. Boom. Okay. Let that load. While it's loading, I want to go here. All right. This is what we're working on. This is the process that you work through. The first thing we're going to work on are spring rates, and then our ride heights. Spring rates. And I can talk about this even more once we get it. Let's go first. Spring rates, ride heights, ARB arm and preload. Okay. Then we go to the alignment. Caster, camber, toe in that order. Shocks. We're going to do high speed, low speed first on the compression side. Then we're going to do rebound, high speed, low speed. And I got a little bit of a process that we developed with when we got Tom's shock histogram working. Hey, I was reading that, you guys. Come on. Shock compression, shock rebounds, high speed, low speed, tire pressures, and brake bias. Now, they say there's a video. I got this from a guy's video. He was talking about, I'm not sure, some other stuff, but I kind of stole it from him. Once you get done with all this stuff, and now you need to go back and make adjustments, and you want to tweak a little bit, work backwards, brake bias, tire pressures, shocks, maybe then come to toe, camber, caster. The last thing you're going to change on this is your spring rate. So spring rate should be locked in once you get past this part. So really, if I'm doing shocks, that springs have got to be done in order for our histogram to really pan out. Because if we go in here and start working shocks, oh, I want to change the spring. Well, now you just screwed up all your shocks, right? Now you have to go back and readjust stuff. You go back and start changing ride heights. Now you go back and change your caster, camber, toe. So changes. So you build it from top to bottom. You adjust it from bottom back to top. Okay. Take a picture of that. Write that one down. All right. So I have a big old binder. Okay. Get this at the grocery store. Next time you go shopping, I think they're $1.99. Okay. Get one. All right. So we are at Texas, and just make sure I got the right, didn't change anything. We are running the, oh, you know what I want to do? Hold on. I want to take my picture out of the picture. There you go. All right. Let's continue. Okay. Let's make sure we got Texas 2020 Oval. Okay. So we are going to just run a few laps. Get a feel for the track, get a feel for the setup. Now, I'm not sure. Is it Matt Holden that's doing the setups for these things? They're not bad. All right. So, you know, you probably don't need to change it at all. You can stop right now and go home and be just fine. All right. But if you think you can squeeze a little more out of it, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to try and squeeze a little bit more out of it, or I'm going to adjust it to my driving style and my equipment. Speaking of which, I have a direct drive wheel. And I got the Volkswagen German pedals, which are very nice. I do suggest those pedals. That's what I'm running. All right, so before we run that, go to info, track. I'm gonna write that down. My track is 66 degrees. Okay, that's very important. This way, if you come back to this tomorrow, you'll know you're driving on the same stuff, or you'll know the differences. All right. Let's go turn about 3 laps.
Matching car and track data found in Sim Experience database.
Now on my screen,
profile modified.
That's my stupid steering wheel firing up. On my screen, this is Tom's overlays that he has. He's got a dashboard here, RPM. This one is a brake. Current lap, last lap, best lap. He does an average of 10 laps. Air, water, fuel. I think he drives with this one too. It's not just for his building. Fuel, I want to keep an eye on that because this is going to be a 100 lap race, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Tires from last stop. Now here, this is coming right out of the garage, so that changed. My cross is 61, left is 52. Wheels, aero by rake is 0.75, which I think that's pretty high. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's just go turn a few laps. All right, and I don't want to kill this whole video by me turning laps, so I'm not going to do a lot of them as maybe I would. Probably going to go with 3 laps or so here. And actually, all we're doing right now is we're just getting a feel for the setup. All right, and getting a feel for the track, because you can't build a car unless you're really somewhat familiar with the track, and because the track has needs, the track has wants. It wants you to give it certain things to get through it fast. Some tracks want brakes. This one does not want brakes. This one wants flat-footed all the way around the track. All right. So as I'm doing a few laps here, I'm also listening to the RPM. All right, back down a little bit. Just kind of listening for my gear. The gear wasn't on the list, was it? You can adjust the gear as you go. You can see I'm doing 84, 85, 86. And that really is kind of where this car wants. This car wants to be 85 to 87, I want to say. All right. It's more of a low-end torque than it is a high horsepower, high RPM motor. All right. Tell you what, I'm going to keep going until my delta meter up there turns red. So we kind of need to know how fast this car will go. And how many laps it takes for the tires to come in. Now, as I'm driving this, you might hear me pull out of the throttle on corner entry. That's to burp the motor so it breaks loose the rear diff. You're going to have to do it on this track, otherwise you'll burn up your tires if you don't release that diff. Alright, if you go full throttle right on this corner, you'll tear up the tires really bad. By burping it, it releases the rear diff and lets the rear end rotate for you. Wow. And you can feel as you let go of the gas, you can feel the car suck down to the inside. Right? There I kind of almost feel a little oversteer, like it wants to keep sucking me through that corner. Okay, last lap, because we're in the red zone now. Still pretty close, so still pretty fast right there. Plus 0.02. Oh, don't hit that wall! He did! You dark. Sorry for the coughing. Like I said, I still got a chest cold. Okay. Fastest lap is 30.059. Alright. So that's my first laps before we start tearing anything apart. Alright, I got 35.9 on lap 3. So I'm going to write that down. 30059. 30.059. Okay. And that's on lap 3. Okay. That's how fast we got that. All right. So what do you do with it? First thing we're going to do is we're going to pull up our Motec. If you don't have Motec yet, you better get it. You can find it on the YouTube, on my YouTube channel. You can find it on our Facebook page. It's at Tom's GitHub. If you're going to build race cars, you got to have it. All right. Let's go open that file up. And just take a quick look at what's going on. Okay, here's our shock histogram. All right. What do I see? When I look at this right off the bat, I see that my left front spring, now the middle one is your spring, it's pretty low. My right side's pretty high. So, and I haven't looked at the setup yet, but obviously I got a bigger right front spring than I do a left front spring. All right. Looks like I got the same thing in the back. I'm bigger than right rear than I am right here. All right. So it leads me to believe that we're going to burn that right front tire. All right. Track report. I got to say it's all green. Engine dyno. We'll come back and look at engine dyno stuff later as we get going here. But if you were to take them, bring up the line at 100 right there. Our ground maximum speed was 178 at this point right here. Okay, not a big deal right now. We're not going to worry about that a lot. All right, overview. Okay, I look down here to see. My bottom one is my downforce. I got a 1608. Oops. What's my max? My average is 1488. You get these dips right here. So we're going to want to try and improve that here on this track, the mile and a half track. It's definitely going to make a difference. Let's take a look at the our ride heights right here. So this is left front, front splitter, right front. Okay. And I'm curious if anybody's, actually we can look across here. Anybody hit the ground? 0.04, 10, 13, 25. So if I take this dot, I'm going to put it right there in the center of my turn. How's my car? 0.43, 0.44, 0.68, 0.75. That actually looks really good. It's not rolling over. That looks really, really good. Okay. But I don't think we have front splitters 89. What's my rake? Down here on my right. Center rake is 0.28. And my side rake is 0.05. I think we want to try and get those a little closer to being the same. Down. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Back that up. Down to straightaway. Now what do we got? What do we got here? Rake is 0.71. And on the side. So I got more rake on down the right side of this car than I do down the center. And if you look at our ride heights, I got 1.23 and 0.82, 0.73 and 1. Oh, that's almost an inch across the back. And that's almost a half an inch across the front. I think that's right rear is way too high. And I think we saw it with this. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. Let's go tear it up. All right, let's close out that. Now, save as Season 1, Texas, version 1.0. All right, save it. All right. Now, did I print my list? Okay. We need it's so easy to get distracted from the list that I gave you. You want to go in and you just want to start tearing stuff up. And you want to, so be careful. Try and stick to the list as much as possible. All right, what do we see here? For me, I don't like the steering pinion. I thought it was too tight for my direct drive wheel. That's going to be a personal issue and nobody else's. All right. 4,000 in 1950. That's huge. 2,000 versus 600. Okay. And the problem we said here, though, is this car was too high going down there. The other thing, and I don't know who's building setups, but I don't like this 61 degrees. What do our tires come out at there? 200, 185, 187, what to do? Look at that. So see, just those 4 laps, this right front tire is 50 over the left front. And the backs aren't too bad, but that right front tire's gone up quite a bit. So we need to get some weight off that right front tire, right? Unless I'm seeing this wrong. But that's what I'm believing, is this going to be 300 degrees real quick. So either you got to free up the rear end to get the rear end to rotate more, loosen it up so it rotates more so you're not putting pressure on the right front, or you got to get that weight off the right front. Now look right here, I got 1078 here. See, there's your crossweight thing. All right, here's what I do. First thing we're going to do is we're going to write down the ride heights on all 4 corners, because we know they're good ride heights so far to work with. So 1086, I got a 1590 left rear, 1447, 2448. All right. So, and he's running 61. I don't care about the 61. All right. I'm starting not to attach this anymore. I think I want to get off of that. I think that's for road racing, but we'll see. And we're going to take this off. All right. Now, we need to get some weight moved around here. Oh, just start loosening it up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to bring this down to 55. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll go some more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Does that put me at? That's fine for now. Okay, now let's go look at the ride heights. Okay, let's see. First off, I don't like the spring situation I got right here. So we're going to bring this up. I'm going to bring this up to about 25. Actually, I want to bring it to about 3,000. I like 3,000 better. Why? Why? Because my shock Instagram showed me that thing was way too down here. It wasn't carrying enough weight on that tire. And you could see it. You could also see it right here in 152 versus 200 across the front. So that tire is not carrying enough weight. The bigger the spring, the more weight that gets transferred to that particular corner. And you know what? We could even do some of this right here. Bring this down to about 38. That'll, okay. And then I'll show you something else we're going to do with that too. All right, so for now, I do want this to come down. That's for me. Nobody else but me. All right, we're going to attach the bar back. Too low. Fix that. I like to have my bars a negative number of some sort, to me, it doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's negative. I read that somewhere that it's beneficial. Steering offset, I'm going to go to a +2 on this, just for the track, banking on the track. I'm at 54.6. This car should be way too loose to drive, huh? And then while you're at this, I mean, when I say adjust your toes, just keep it so it's drivable, all right, and not stupid crazy like a, you know. That's not our permanent numbers, but that's just our. We don't want to do something stupid that we don't expect it to do while we're testing. All right, and I'm gonna leave that there like that. Diff preloads at 25. We're gonna leave that there for now. Let's just go see what we get with this one. It should wreck, huh? Now that I'm really loose. I may not be able to drive it at all. Okay, front springs. How do you know what front springs they should be? On corner entry, if the car pushes up out of the corner, meaning it won't settle into the corner, that means you don't have enough grip up front to handle the speed you're bringing into it. So if the front end washes out, right, and some people might say, well, I'm pushing. Well, there's a difference between pushing and the front end washing out on you. There, I'm washing out. You can call it a push too. Maybe it is a push. Like on shorter tracks where you have brakes involved, like we did at Rockingham, when I went in the corner, I could feel the front end just kind of push right up the wall. And so I adjusted the springs until I could feel the grip in the front of the car stick in the corner. One more lap. It feels fine right through there. I'm still pretty tight. This corner right here, though, is really. Oh, I just had to let out of it a little bit more to get the hook around. I don't like the +2 I put into the suspension there. For some reason, it's not. Oh, man, that's tight on the wheel. I can tell you that right now. All right, that's a start. How many laps did we get? I didn't count them. 3 or 4 laps. Don't lock up your tires. You can't do a tire check if you lock up the tires when you stop the car. You just wasted your time. Okay. Now, I'm not looking for speed here per se. Yeah, I'm looking, but I'm not worried, concerned about it right now. I would like to see, though, 144 to 180. Oops, how many laps did we do? Only 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dang, I should have one more, huh? But look at that tire down 180 instead of 200. See what we did? We took some pressure off that tire already. Okay, just let's go here real quick. Just open up our next one. All right, now I'm going to go back to suspension-gram. All right, this one came up, so we brought that up. Let me see, where's the other one at? I hate doing them like that. All right, this one is down here at 10, 12, and this one is at about 27. Oops. And now this one here is up to about almost 14, and this one is at 27. Did we lower that one? I thought we did. All right. This one here is huge, but I'm liking that one. It feels good. All right, let's go back to what we were doing here. Let's continue. All right. I did bring that down a little bit, huh? Okay. According to my shotgun screen, I want to go more with this one. 1170. I'm gonna go to 32 on this. See what happens. Oh, that's why it wasn't turning very good, huh? I'm gonna go a little bit higher. 1170. It's back to 1170. All right. Now I'm gonna take it back to my. I'll leave you there. I'll leave you there. Okay. This is fine. That's fine. P2 there. Did not hook up the bar. I do want some more diff. Go 35 like that. All right. We went from 141 to 191. It's almost 50. That's pretty big right there, huh? 129. No, that's about 50 on that one too. 66, 177. Only 10 there. About 40 across there. All right. I got the 48, 40. I believe those there. Okay. All right. We're still playing with springs. Let's go try that. Okay. Let's go try that. But I also know, though, that I'm tightening it up as I go on that corner down there. So even if I'm tightening it up, though, I need to loosen it up as well. I'm going to bring this down. 1449. That's fine, close enough. Let's go try that a couple times. Oh, I got 10 minutes left on this one. So really the only thing I'm seeing here as far as the springs go is I need to get more into that left front tire and get it off that right front tire. And don't forget, these setups are they're good setups. We don't have to change everything on this car. It feels tight. Looked green there for a little while, didn't it? All right, let's go check our ride heights. One more lap, do a tire check here. Small one. It's nice right through there. Rips right through that corner. What is that, 1 and 2? Actually, that's not bad right there either. I would start it up a little bit higher. Last lap. Okay, tire check. Don't lock up the brakes. Okay. Let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 laps this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 210, 163. I like the back. Even at the front still. This track's not showing us any tire wear, really, to speak of, but it's going to eat us up on temperatures. Alright, let's see what else we got here we can do. How much time do we got left? About 5 minutes. Alright, so what does this guy show us? See, we're leaning a lot on that tire. That's what's going on there. We got a lot of lean on it. Alright. See, this is where you get, now you gotta, bounce it back and forth to see if you can find something that that works for you here. 33, 38. All right, and then we got ride heights to mess with. Yeah, it's okay. This, I really gotta loosen this car up a little more though. Well, you know what? Let's go to here. Smooth this back down. We got a lot of weight in there, don't we? Where's our cross weight at when we started? 10-0, 1086 and 1447. Oh, I can't do that because that puts me back where I was, you big dummy. What I want to do is go this way. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go try a couple of laps real quick. So, there, springs.
One lap of fuel left.
Springs and ride height go hand in hand. Just not sold on my spring combination up front yet. So I did need the rear ARB. That freed up the rear end. It was too tight. Cut through there, baby. So I'm letting go of that throttle so it sucks me right down to the bottom of the track. Now granted, actually during the race you're not going to run at the bottom, are you? You got the tires down here. But for car building and testing, I need to try and run the same line over and over again for those 5 laps to see what we get. That's good. That's what we're missing. I'm missing the ARB. That really freed up the rear end for me. Okay. So now you know you got to have it. And we'll use it for an adjustment. Okay. Just curious. Slaps. 0, 0, 0s. Well. All right. That's 3342. That's the best. That's the best. You know what? We're in garage. Save that. Save as 1.1. We just got a little bit faster. Now, how do our tires do? Wait, how many laps was that? Oh, it was only 3 laps, huh? This doesn't count. I should have ran more. You gotta run 5. Those are pretty close on that side. All right, I'm gonna go with that for now. Let's see what our. I'm running out of time here on springs. Let's just see what we got here. The old shock histogram. It just doesn't work for me. It just does not work for me. All right, but let's do this though. Let's go here and see how our right heights look in the corners. Okay. Oh, look at use the other one. Overview. All right. Oh, timer. Okay. Button this up. Okay. Look at this. 0.4, 0.5, 0.7. We're leaning over on the right. So we're going to need to adjust that. And then back over here. What do we have over here? 0.2, 0.9, 0.4, 0.3. All right. So we got to pick up the right side. So we need to go back and redo our right heights some more. Okay. Am I going to keep the... I did 33 and 38. I think is fine. We'll get the car to rotate around that front end to save the right front tire. Okay. Let me see. Did I say that? Yes, I did. Okay. So I'm going to say that's it for now. Let me go back over here. Do this. Do this. Okay, guys. Let me see here. Oh, I think my camera's dead up there. Huh. All right. Something messed up. Okay, we're gonna stop it here. This is gonna be part 1. When I land my, this is part 1. And really, that's the hard part, is getting our springs where we want them. And now, so in part 2, I'm gonna try and do a half hour every day this week. So by the time the week is up, we should have all these parts put together. But for now, I'm gonna run with those. We had a little bit better speed than what we had before. Whoops. So far, we've achieved a little bit more speed. All right. And I think we achieved a better right front tire wear. Okay, that's our goal anyway. We're working on it. We're not there yet. Okay, that's it from Buster's Corner. Thanks for watching. Please, you gotta subscribe and hit the little bell if you want to follow this series along with me, so you get notifications when they come up. You'll find us on Facebook, Buster's Corner. If you want to download our setups and join the community of Buster's Corner community, let me see something here. That's us. Buster's Corner on YouTube. All right. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Happy race day. See you next time.